Why would I hold a man for ransom when my scope like Richard Branson? Since the basement making anthems over seasons with the man in black is teasing with my Panthers. Pretty girl, she think.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City.
Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Detroit Lions.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Willis going to throw it right away.
He dumps it off to Barkley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
You talk about this Lions defense.
They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Well, this defense for the Lions, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down.
They'll run with Barkley. There he goes, right side. Now he's free at the 35. Saquon Barkley.
Touchdown, Titans.
Saquon Barkley. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Titans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
To the outside, that's complete to Williams.
That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell.
They'll look to throw.
Well, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
So they gave up the big play on the touchdown in the first drive, Charles, and now they were looking for a big play of their own. Instead, they throw the interception.
And, Brandon, they came right out and went for it, trying to push the ball downfield. But remember, the other side ran a few plays before their big one, so they got a little impatient there, and it cost them.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now Willis.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Now they'll look to Willis to pass it here.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Hunter Henry, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Titans are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
You talk about this Titan defense.
It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there for Detroit. 46 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. No gain on the play, and that'll set up second and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs
with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Lions have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll make our score 14-7.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, that's one as a quarterback where you put both hands on your helmet and say, I can't believe I just did that. If he puts a little more touch on that ball, the receiver's still running.
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked by Kendall Fuller, and he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
2nd down and 3. Ball on the 7. And off to Gibbs, headed right here.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Barkley, inside handoff. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line.
97 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Play fake. Here's Willis.
And this one is incomplete.
These two offenses have been up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And now off to the races down the right side. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Williams.
And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. He'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught for the Lion touchdown.
Jamison Williams,
43 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead.
extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
2nd down, here's Barkley again.
Room here to run.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by a few
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown.
Ross St. Brown.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Willis now off play action. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot it. It's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for him so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A tough strike, a big play, but he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Willis. Incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Going on 4th down, here's Willis. Able to find the open man, that's complete. And he is going to pick up the Titans' 1st down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them up the middle with Barkley.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we see?
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
It's a play fake. Here's Willis.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Lions are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
He's airing it out for Williams. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half, I mean, that just didn't happen. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Detroit. Jameson Williams with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. They'll buy some time right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's a give to Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. That is caught. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Play action. Willis. This one goes out wide for Barkley. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. And they're going to speed things up here. Off the play fake, here's Willis. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19. Again, it's Willis to throw it. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now, you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now, with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Titans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. They're going to look to throw.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams.
58 yards.
And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
To the air on 1st down, here's Willis.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And in for the Lions touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Lions are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Willis to throw on 2nd. And this one caught downfield by Evans. Now inside the 25. Mike Evans.
Touchdown, Titans. Mike Evans. 82 yards.
And the Titans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't don't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown. A big play there. 69 yards. And the Lions up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Play action. Here's Willis.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. McNeil picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Williams to return.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards.
And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be, and he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Bryce Hall.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
The no run back here, fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
63 yards.
And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some.
Taking it right down Broadway. And this is going to be a Titans first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. Willis will look to throw on first down. Wide open receiver complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Willis. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Willis out of the gun. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now Willis.
He's going to let it fly. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On third down, Barkley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
178 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Defensively, you've got the nice lead here in the fourth quarter. You're saying, if they want to get a run of a little over 10 yards, that's okay.
I hear what you're doing there, and I think you're onto something. They've loosened up on defense, so don't get fooled by the nice runs you're getting now. You've got to get bigger plays, possibly think about throwing the football a bit more here.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
They'll go to Barkley again.
Down the left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign, and it did that. I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Detroit, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for...
Yeah. First off, my name Toad, but it's really Tobe Chuku. Got a BM that keep my season, that keep me fruitful. Grew up wearing platinum FUBU on the Southwest eating fufu. And a hammer that I keep don't come with nails. Look, I ain't know who Bill Burr was until I met the man. Half my married to the street without a wedding band. I done peeped that all these rappers won't be secondhand. My pop said I'd be broken, barely eat. I should've bet the man. Yeah, cause I'm way